Okay. Well, StreamYard said traffic is unexpectedly high right now, so they kicked me off, but I'm back. So let's start the show.
Who the hell cares?
That's a liberal.
It's like saying, would you rather have wine or water?
Wine, a half inch means a lot sometimes.
Nobody likes to eat crow. Right.
Now I'm starving.
How much is the economy today? It's that much.
This pumpkin latte sucked, and I want to speak to your manager.
Objection, hearsay. Objection, leading. Objection, hearsay.
Where is that woman when Biden speaks?
Get the hell out of here. His name is pronounced Joni. And that's the end of it.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Right Stuff. You have reached the right place, and I hope that everybody gets a chance to see us. That was an odd happening with StreamYard. Jen will be joining us in a moment because, you know, she's Jen, so therefore she must be late. Hello, Mickey T. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, it's my mother. Everybody say hi to Josephine. Hello, Mama. How are you, Gloria? Good to have you. And how are you? Our in-house comedian, Debla Beto, is with us tonight. How are you, Debbie? Good to see you. And she made it. Colleen Mahoney is with us with her new beautiful brunette hair. And Angela Ricca. Hello, Angela. Good to see you. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Has it been a week or what? I mean, I don't even know. I had so many clips, so much to talk about that I don't know. I just kept on clipping and clipping and clipping. Hold on a second. Here's my cousin, John Giglio. Hello, Johnny. How are you? And thank you, John, for your service. Everybody should thank John. He's a veteran. And our OG, Lucille Chavone, is with us tonight. And being late is okay, according to the Democrats. If you're on time, you're a white supremacist. It's true, right? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's terrible. And Ralph Rubinik is with us today. How are you, Ralph? So, okay, where do we start? Well, I decided that we would take a look at what's going to happen next after Biden's atrocious debate performance. And let me tell you something, that wasn't the last of the atrocities. I'm sure you all saw his interview with George Stephanopoulos, his 4th of July speech. Just the man, unless it is scripted and unless he's reading from a teleprompter, and even then sometimes he cannot stay on cue. At this point in time, it is really going downhill fast. We had a bunch of Democrats meet today to decide what's happening. Interestingly, though, he called the Black Caucus, Congressional Caucus, and instead of them pressing their hand and their power, using their power to get the first female Black president installed by forcing Joe out and saying, you know, you got to put Kamala in, they decided to endorse Joe Biden again. So what do you think about that? All right, all's well with Ralph. That's good. Howard Zim is with us. How are you, Howard? Well, yes, exactly. Jen is late again. But okay, we'll keep each other occupied until then. Look what happened to France with the miraculous, late ballots. Yeah, well, you know, that's a really interesting scenario with France. And now they're a mess right now. So the first round of votes went to Le Pen and to the far right, and it looked like that they would have power, but there was a second round of votes, and what happened is the far left and the middle far left got together, made a coalition, and they agreed to take one person off the ballot, and who would stay and who would go. And so Macron's party came in second. The far left came in first. Macron's party came in second. And then the far right came in third. So, and there are fires burning in the streets, and everything is about the immigrants. There's now areas in France where Muslims have complete control, and immigrant Muslims have complete control. And I don't think I showed it on air because it was too disturbing, but there is a video circulating around social media of a woman coming up out of the French subway system, and a Muslim guy pushed her down head first, down all the steps, and just kept on walking by. So interesting scenario going on in France. Good evening, ladies. Good evening, Ramon. And Michael Petrides. How are you, Mickey? I hope all is well in your world over in Staten Island. I think they are flip-flopping because they know where the proverbial bodies are buried. No one goes against the family. Well, they do know where the proverbial bodies are buried, but anything that comes out of Biden's mouth or any statement Biden issues at this point, people can claim that he's senile. So I don't know what kind of toehold he has here. I don't know what kind of grasp he has on the other Democrats. But we'll talk more about that in a little bit. I thought I'd start tonight off with, this genius, Biden supporter, I'm sure, talking about our Constitution and our founding fathers. See if you could catch where she goes wrong here. Watch.
So you know how everyone's always on about the framers of the Constitution. We must respect the intent of the founding fathers and their eternal wisdom. The founding fathers were basically children. The Constitution was, no joke, written by a parade of Brads and Chads. Your boy Hamilton, he was 21 in 1776. Aaron Burr, 20. James Monroe, 18. Right around the age Brett Kavanaugh was when he was too young to be held accountable for his actions. James Madison had just a barely evolved prefrontal cortex at the old age of 25. Thomas Jefferson, who I feel like everyone thinks did all the work, was 33, and George Washington was 44. So at least there were some adults in the room. Overall, I feel like we need to do a policy update of some sort. It's just not working.
So she wants a policy update. Where'd she go wrong with that? Well, what she went wrong with that the Constitution was written about 10 years after the Declaration of Independence. Oops, wait, hold on. Declaration of Independence. So there's that. There's the fact that, in those times, being 23 or 30 was middle age, since the average date of expiration was when you were in your 50s or 60s. So anyway, our brain trust, I'm sure she has many, many degrees and basket weaving and all kinds of things. Look who's here. How are you, honey?
I'm good. Trying to get my earpieces to work.
Okay, get them to work. And we'll talk to the audience. She wants a discount because of age. Yeah. And she was wrong. She was wrong because all those ages that she named was 10 years before the Constitution was written for all those people. And most of those people didn't sign or weren't part of crafting the Constitution. So yeah, she was way off base. Men were men back then. No boys at age 35 today. Oh, you're absolutely right, Mickey. 100%. Those days, you were working by the time you were 12. Vast majority of people died at age 45, so 25 was middle-aged, indeed. Welcome more on. Hello, Vicky Ferrara. Good to have you with us today. If anybody is watching us on X, please share the show. If you're watching live on X, please help us get some traction on X. As with all my other pages, X is a little slow, so your sharing will help. Where do these people come from? Well, where do they come from? Ramon is happy to see you, Jenny. Love your hair, Jen. So do I. You cut it all off. Good. Did you have a good day today?
No.
Oh,
I'm still working.
10 years old can choose their gender. Right, Colleen. Excellent. How about 4-year-olds can choose their gender, but they were babies at 30 years old or 25 years old. Okay, Vicky
And my
Ferrara.
grandma. Hi, Grandma.
Okay, fashionably late, Jen.
Lance
Yes.
could change Chad. Craig changed his gender yesterday when I got home.
I heard. Can you turn the camera so we
Well,
can
it's
see?
no, I made him be a boy again.
Oh, he changed back. I saw. There's Craig. I saw it on your Instagram and I liked it and I shared it. So that's good. Well, speaking of, well, we weren't speaking of this, but I do want to give a shout out. For all you people in Staten Island, there is a new place, a new coffee place on Bay Street, 523 Bay Street. It's called the Caffeinated New Yorker. It was opened by a young man who I know since he's 13 years old, young Ian Dertinger. Actually, he was on Top Chef Kids, and he did really, really well. So everybody go check it out. He has been into food since he was a child, and he is a great cook. And hopefully he'll be a big success. So Jen, not too far from you, go down and get a cup of coffee and some food. During that time, 100% looked down and knew what sex they were. Yes, it is so true. Working 3 jobs and still watching this. God bless you, Ramon. We love you. All right, let's see. Well, here's a blast from the past. Here's Bill Clinton educating a group of college kids about Hamas. Listen to what he has to say.
Whether you care what happens to the Palestinians as opposed to the Hamas government and the people with guided missiles. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. No, wait a minute. Yes, they were. And Hamas is really smart. When they decide to rocket Israel, they insinuate themselves in the hospitals, in the schools, in the highly populous areas, and they are smart. So they try. So they wait. So they try to put the Israelis in a position of either not defending themselves or killing innocents. They're good at it. They're smart. They've been doing this a long time. Look, I don't agree. I killed myself to give the Palestinians a state. I had a deal they turned down that would have given them all of Gaza, all of Gaza, between 96 and 97% of the West Bank, compensating land in Israel, you name it. Then, when Mr. Fayyad was the prime minister of the Palestinians on the West Bank, we had all the Muslim countries willing to normalize relations with Israel if they had recognized the Palestinian state. Did I agree with the Israeli policy? No. My whole life I did that. Hillary got the only 3 face-to-face meetings between Mr. Netanyahu and the leader of the Palestinians, President Abbas, that anybody's gotten in the last 8 years.
Can you hear?
This one. Yeah, that's where I went. I went to go fix it.
Excellent. So, what do you think about Clinton and his commentary?
Well, I only heard a part of it because I had to go get off and put this up.
Okay. All right. So
I'm sorry.
We'll skip you and
Skip me.
we'll talk to our audience. Not this guy again. Yeah, this guy again. So he killed himself trying to give the Palestinians a state, and they didn't want it. J.A. Matheson, all the way from Georgia. Thanks for joining us. Hamas hid behind children and women. Indeed, they did. And thank you for being with us from X. Actually, she's watching on YouTube, so thank you. But she's part of the Bad Squad Patriots. So great to have you, Jay. Let's see. That's nothing new. That's nothing new. Which one is nothing new? I'm not quite sure what you're referring to.
That I'm late.
Jen can't hear. Maybe. I'm sorry. Florida. I get everybody confused in their states. Sorry, but she's from the South, which is a good place to be. Palestinians only want every Jew in gas chambers, nothing else. Indeed. I don't know
They want
why
everybody in the gas chambers except for them.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. We've got some interesting news from Michigan. I don't know why they always want Israel to give land for a two-state solution. Let Egypt give them land. How come? Yeah, how come it is that none of the surrounding countries want anything to do with the Palestinians? How come they won't accept them, won't embrace them? How come? But they want Israel to do it, right? People don't realize that Hamas are terrorists. I don't understand how they don't realize it. And Hamas was the elected leadership, the elected government for the Palestinians.
They treat their own women like shit. You don't think they're going to treat everyone else like shit?
Yeah. Oh, well. They treat it's remarkable to me. Remarkable that women and gays think this is a good idea.
And here more than ever, most of the women now are just covered
in the burqa. Yeah.
That's it. Their eyes are showing, and that's all.
That's it. Well, that's because they're fundamental Muslims. I mean, they are.
But there's more of them than none.
Yes, absolutely. Palestine never existed ever. Indeed. All right. Well, so listen, the Democrats are having a hard time, and I thought that I would try to sum up Joe Biden's debate and all the other performances of his interviews following the debate in an animal video. So see if you agree. I think I nailed this one. Watch.
Oh no! Good boy, bro. Oh my gosh, are you? Come here. No, you don't have to jump. No jumping. Oh.
I sent you a ton of Biden things yesterday. I was having a ball watching them.
I just got them today. On Facebook. I got it on the
I sent it through Instagram.
Oh, maybe that's why. All right. Well, we'll get those in on next week. Israel has 2 million Arabs who are citizens with full rights and representation in the Israeli government. Yet the Palestinian protesters call Israel apartheid. Yeah, well, apparently facts don't matter. Facts don't matter. It's just what they want to tell us. I mean, everything is an illusion. Nothing's real with these people. Romans, Turkish, Ottomans, and the British occupied Israel, not a peep from Palestine. Yeah, exactly. It's only when the Jews have control that we have a problem. The American left are brain damaged for supporting them. 100%. They're brain damaged for supporting Palestine, for supporting Biden. I think I was generous with that little Yorkie. I think that little Yorkie is better trained than Joe Biden. Hello, Beer Nut. How are you? Good to have you with us. And Susan Durema. You both get bells. Okay. All right. So let's see here. All right. So as if the debate wasn't bad enough, this is what Biden does to, well, just watch.
Well, Caleb, when Joe Biden's not having a brain malfunction, he's just downright creepy.
Well, we've seen him sniff, we've seen him stumble, but have you seen him stroke? I'm sorry to say that you are about to. Now, look, in moments like this, our colleague Paul Murray would bring out his Richard Mercer voice, the love god, who, of course, on radio used to do love dedications every night. Well, I can't quite do the voice, but turn down the lights and get ready for some love on The Late Debate. So nice to meet you, man.
And he really wants the black vote.
What?
He really wants the black vote.
Going on there? Like, I'm sorry.
It's a literal caress.
And you can see the dude, he's had enough. He looks down and he's like, what the hell's going on here?
It's like a Helen Keller. handshake.
Trying to feel his way around.
And he can feel color. I'm sure.
Apparently he can. Oh, what are those people that can see that when they see color they become math equations or numbers or I forget what they
Liars.
call them. Oh my God. The Yorkie is smarter. At least the Yorkie can find the step. Joe needs Jill to find the steps for him. Excellent, 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 excellent. What's that, Court? He's a deputy. And the guy that was standing next to him, did you see his face?
Like, don't touch me.
I mean, the guy will sniff, kiss, and caress anything. Are you kidding me? That's
Well, he doesn't know who he is and where he is. Oh my God, I wish you would have gotten the video with the eagle has landed video with Biden.
I did not see that.
Oh my gosh.
I did not see that in my videos. I did not see that. What's that Bill Bolton? Oh my God. Oh, come on. I mean, you're giving him a lot of credit, Ralph. You know, that thing hasn't worked.
There's no bulge. It doesn't work. Yeah.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I think that was one of the black children who stroked Joe Biden's leg here at the swimming pool. I mean, what was that? This is the leader of the free world. What is that? What is that? Somebody explain
And
to
if Trump
me.
did it, he'd be in court for sexually molesting somebody.
100%. Biden doesn't sniff black kids, but he'll rub the F out of a black man's arms. I can't. Oh, after seeing that, yeah, we're having a free for all in the Democrat Party. They're trying to escape, and so we'll watch.
Mais je crois qu'il va se niquer le skin. Il est en train de se niquer le skate. Go this way, bro. Don't go that way. Il est bloqué. Il est bloqué. C'est pas possible.
Was that Joe Biden?
No, that was every Democrat running with Joe Biden on the congressional and Senate ticket this year and below. That was all of them trying to escape, but they can't get out. They are stuck.
Did you see what they said on the news today? What they've been doing? That the people are all coming out of the woodwork and tattling on covering up for him?
I knew that was
the staff blasts music at events so that they can't stop him and ask him impromptu questions.
It's gonna happen. Watch, all of them are gonna come out of the woodwork.
They're gonna assassinate him.
Yeah, we can't use that word. You unalive him.
They're gonna off him.
Unalive him. Not as bad as when Joe was holding Hillary around the waist at the airport for an hour. Oh yeah, that was so disturbing on so many levels. So glad I'm here to take it from an ex-addict in recovery. He not only looks senile, he's abusing a substance. His motor skills are questionable. That is a prescription narcotic or alcohol. I have been there, done that.
I don't think alcohol. I don't think you would be able to even lift yourself onto that.
Listen, the man. Well, we got some more examples. It was a bad week, and it's getting worse for Biden, for Democrats, for anybody who has been trying to help him. That guy better not get bit by a radioactive spider. coordination. Yeah. They need a catapult. Yeah. They're looking for a catapult. Too bad he didn't spare us. Oh my God. The house of cards are falling. Yes. Very quickly. Very quickly. They said he may have Parkinson's disease.
He definitely does. And he has dementia.
No. They have now absolutely negated Parkinson's disease. It is not Parkinson's disease. So they put him on George Stephanopoulos. They made a whole big stink about him going on George Stephanopoulos. Now, I want you to consider this. You know, the whole Democratic Party platform is saving democracy, right? From Trump. Because Trump is going to destroy democracy. He's going to be a dictator. He's going to never leave if he ever gets back in the White House, right? That's what they say. Well, George Stephanopoulos asked him about leaving, and he said he wasn't going to leave. So anyway, listen to what his response was to Stephanopoulos.
And if you stay in and Trump is elected and everything you're warning about comes to pass, how will you feel in January?
I feel as long as I gave it my all and I did the goodest job as I know I can do. That's what this is about.
You answered all the questions.
As long as I gave it my all and I did the goodest job I know I could do. The goodest job I know I could do.
I'm going to get ice cream. No matter what.
I don't care if I lose. So come on. I mean, really. So is what they're warning us about Trump all BS because he won't give up power? And if he loses, so what? It's fine. I mean, that was his opportunity to say, I'm not going to lose. I've got this. I am, the people are with me, blah, blah, blah. He's been lying for his whole life. And here he decides to say, so long as I do try my best.
The goodest
job
and
ever.
gosh darn people like me.
Yeah, cocaine's a hell of a drug. I don't think he's taking cocaine because...
No, not him. The guy on the fence.
Oh, okay. That might have been Hunter. And Biden's wife is out campaigning for how great he is. Senior abuse. They don't want to leave. They won't give it up. I mean, they have the opportunity for him to step down and for Kamala Harris to become the president of the United States. I'm not even going to comment on that and what it would look like. I will comment on the first female Black president ever. That would be a glass ceiling breaker. That would be a first in history. The Democrats are supposed to be the ones that are for it, but he won't step aside to do it. So who are we bullshitting here? I don't know. A cold now causes dementia. Yes, that's the new cold from China. We are the laughing stock worldwide. Absolutely. Don't count Joe Biden out. The majority of Democrat liberals have brain damage and they will still vote for him. I honestly am not counting him out because I think you're absolutely right, Howard. I will say this much, and I think I've said it before. If the smart thing for them to do would be for him to step down, to Kamala to step in, because nobody will ever believe that Joe Biden gets 81 million votes in November, right? But if you have the first female president on the ballot, they could hide that. They could hide behind it and do another, November 20th.
Don't say it.
Well, they could. But so
this is
God
what's going to happen.
God
he has a lot of goodest months coming. So they're going to. He doesn't want to be embarrassed. Jill doesn't want to be embarrassed. It's her who doesn't want to leave the White House.
You know it. Her and Hunter. Hunter.
She has to change diapers all day and feed him smashed peas. No, but that's not fun.
It's true. I never thought of that. Yeah. Well.
No servants.
Yeah.
No one to watch him, babysit him.
That's right. They never elaborate on how Trump will actually destroy democracy, but it's all they talk about. Well, they don't have to elaborate. Again, it's all made up. It's all bullshit. Good. Yeah, exactly, Martin Lee. This is Biden's best. Oh, please, God help us. Yeah, indeed, indeed. Hunter wants the job. Hunter has the job, in my opinion. You know what?
That's another reason they're funneling money under this position. They'll lose so much.
Yep. Oh my God, Biden the dictator. He blames Trump of being 100%. I love it. Sadly, we have millions of mentally ill people here in our country. These people are highlighted as our social norm. Scary. Wait, that's a good point. That's a good point.
If you put him in the streets, if nobody knew who it was and he was living amongst the mentally ill, there would be no difference.
Yeah, yeah. I was reading that it would be very hard to transfer all the funds raised for Joe Biden if he stepped down before he is nominated. They said it's easier to transfer the funds after he accepts. I don't know about that. I know that those funds belong to Kamala as well. So they would, because she's part of the ticket. So they could be transferred very easily to her. Nobody else, though. Nobody else. Listen, folks, total democracies predate totalitarianism. Anarchy first, the Democrats' rallying call.
Can you imagine if AOC ran?
Oh my God. At this point, nothing would surprise me, though.
Oh my God. And that's why she's on the forefront. Like, everyone, just leave him alone.
Oh
we need to stand by his side.
If AOC ran it, it'd look like this.
Okay, we're stopping.
We are just a few minutes away from opening up the road to brand new Highway 5.
Where the fuck is Scott?
Stop.
Get Scott out here.
Get Scott out here. Get fix this. Where's Scott? When you need him, when there's flipped over cars and trucks.
Oh my God. That would be an AOC administration. That's for sure.
She would win.
She would win? Well, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the reason I think that the Kamala Harris presidency would make sense is because, well, at least for us, right?
Please don't put that in the universe. I'm going to start having like a nervous breakdown.
Well, listen, we have to advocate for her, stepping in. We have no choice, because if we don't, then if the Republicans don't advocate for him stepping down right now and her stepping in, then we're just as bad as them. We're playing politics with the whole.
But that's what it's about, the leadership. Listen, she's just as bad as him.
Right. And Trump would destroy her on the border 100%. And she's as hated as Biden is. If you bring somebody else new in.
No, she's not as hated because she's never in the spotlight. People don't know who she is. They don't know how bad. We know because we look for it. You never see her. So listen, then the Dems are gonna go, oh, a black female. I'm gonna go out and vote. And then the people that hate Trump are gonna go out and vote. And then we're screwed. So no, let Biden stay where he is. He's not going to win. And if he does, then there's going to be a huge a whole big investigation after their own people are saying that he can't win.
Okay.
How did you win? You just trust
me. All I know is that for the good of the nation, I know that a senile old man whose son, his corrupt son and wife are controlling the White House right now. And we know what they have done. I cannot tolerate that for another 5 months.
But he's not going to make it.
But he's in there right now. He's in there.
I get it.
Right
I
now.
Understand that.
So
but if she
anything
wins,
could happen.
Then we have it for another 4 years and 5 months.
Well,
so take the 5 months.
I think that if it's a legitimate election, Trump trounces Kamala Harris. Trump trounces Joe Biden whether more or less than Kamala Harris. But as an American, I can't. Even if it means that she's the president, I can't have him remain as president.
Well, hopefully there's still old school people out there that realize a woman shouldn't be president yet. It's just not time. I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm joking.
We might actually get people watching this now. Did you hear the guy in Chicago, I forget his position, blamed President Nixon for the violence there? So they have dead voters, and the problem now is dead presidents. That's hysterical. Oh, that's the new mayor. Yeah, the new mayor. That's crazy.
Did you see the Chicago radio host that has resigned?
No.
Chicago?
No.
So two radio hosts both interviewed Biden after the debate on air. One of them had to resign because it's a public access radio station, and she had to get the questions from the White House and have them approved, and then he knew what he was being asked. It wasn't, and you're not allowed to do that. That's unethical in their station. So she resigned. They told her to leave.
Right.
And so.
Right. Well, she uncovered the fact that the White House was giving questions. So, once again, a setup. Whoopi says she doesn't care if Biden poops his pants and can't make a sentence as long as Trump doesn't win. Right. And this is
So my country shall fall apart just because I don't like the orange man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yes, Kamala is a total ding dong. I'm not saying she'd be a good president. I'm saying she'd at least be, at least not have dementia.
Have you heard her speak? She's so young. She definitely has to have it.
Well, but the proper thing to do at this point to protect America is to say that we don't know who's running the country right now. We have no
Robert
idea.
Kennedy run. Let Robert Kennedy run.
Well, he is running.
No, but let him run on the Democrats.
Yeah, but he can't take Biden's place right now. From now until January 20th, Biden is president unless he's unalived. As an American, you can't want that. You can't. Otherwise, we're all talking out of our ass.
Listen.
Yes,
but you want her?
I don't want
She's
her.
insane.
But I would want, what is right is for him to be out. He should be removed, and that's the succession. He's removed, she goes in. That's how the Constitution.
Who's after her if they off her?
What?
Who's the next one in line? They give her
Johnson, the Speaker of the House. Howard Zim agrees with you. Chicago ego defense mechanism psychotic state projection. Okay. All right. He's trying to put all his thoughts now in smaller sentences. Doesn't VP have to agree to the 25th? They have to initiate it. It's the executive chamber, the executive staff that has to initiate it. She could do it. Be prepared. Is all I'm saying is be prepared. But if he wants to stay, that's on him. I personally am calling for the right thing because I don't play politics with my country. I am a strict constitutionalist. This is a problem. We have a senile person sitting.
Do you think he's calling the shots? No, he has a whole bunch of uneducated morons doing it for him, and that's why. And it's going to be the same with Kamala Harris.
Giving away your money and
going
letting
on.
13 million illegal migrants into
She's
this
going to do the
country.
same thing.
Yeah, but at least she could be held accountable for it. We know who's running it if she's in. Without that knowledge.
You think they're going to let a girl run shit? No.
Well, who would stop her? She'd be the president.
She has no backbone, that woman. Zero.
Listen, I think
This is the most cockamamie plan I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
Well, it's not a plan. It's the only thing that makes sense to keep America. That's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, they need to go yesterday, but you don't get to
America's
pick
little
and choose.
Venezuela. There's no more America. So.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's true. Jen is right. Democrats only look for a name with a D at the end. They don't care what they stand for. I agree. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be a problem. It would be a problem. But this is a bigger problem. We don't know who's running our country. How many billions and more dollars are going to go out of the United States under whoever it is running this country?
Probably Biden's grandkids.
Who's going to stop
playing a game? Let those Venezuelans in. Let all of them in.
They're all in. We better watch out because the Bidens will start putting the White House furniture. But that's it. I mean, talk about who's not going to leave. Talk about who won't leave the White House. He's not leaving. He knows, and they know he needs to go, and he won't.
They could move him next door to Howard Johnson. He wouldn't even know where he was, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly, and that's our president. I can't take it for another minute, let alone another 5 months. I can't do it. Kamala fell out of the coconut tree. Yeah. Do you want to be ideological and ethical, or do you want to win? Yeah, I'm sorry, ideological and ethical. I'm sorry that screw me.
Not me.
Let the old bastard finish his turn. Listen, I have to say what I have to say. I got to look at this in the mirror every day.
All of a sudden, you're ethical. When I had an issue with someone in Congress, you wanted me not to say anything so that they could stay in Congress.
That was because, excuse me, he was not convicted of anything. Santos wasn't convicted of anything. Let them have the conviction in the hearing and then throw him out. To throw him out because the press said he lied. And yes, you were right. We know he lied. But there's a process. That's what I'm saying. There's a process. You got to follow the process. Otherwise, what other part of the Constitution do you want to destroy?
Well, can't the people demand a neurological and cognitive test from him with the results being shown? Can't they demand it since we pay his salary?
Only if the exact, well, they're saying, well, I'll show you what KJP said. His whole administration is DEI. I don't know about that. I think that's only in the front for people to see. I don't know what's behind. Kamala is the board of tar. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, if he's running against Kamala, holy crap, could you imagine? But at the same time, you can't be the Democrat Party and not want to elevate a black woman.
No, I get that, but you need to remember something. Biden won by 80-something million, 81 million votes. So right now, you have all the Dems and you have the Republicans that don't want Trump in, and who might go for Robert Kennedy, but no one even knows he's running. So what do you think is going to happen? She's going to win.
I don't think she'll win.
Just because she's a black and a woman doesn't mean I think
they'll try to cheat and they'll have the perfect cover for the cheating. But I think that we're smarter this time. Okay, continuing on Biden and why he should leave. Here, watch.
I, Secretary Austin, Mrs. Austin, we're honored. So many of your families are here on this special day. I really mean it. You represent only 1%, not quite 1% of the American population. But you keep 99% of the rest of the population safe. The only nation on earth founded on an idea, not ethnicity, not geography, not anything else, on an idea. The idea was contained in the Declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. We mean it. We've never fully lived up to it. We've never, ever walked away from it. Look. Now, decades later, we have to look at ourselves and ask the question, will we stand for freedom again? We stand for democracy. Will we stand together as Americans? I believe we will and we can. And by the way, you know, I was in that World War I cemetery in France. And the one that one of our colleagues, the former president, didn't want to go and be up there. I probably shouldn't even say it. Anyway. And by the way, I've been all over the world with you. I've been in and out of battles. Anyway, you're incredible. Understand, you are the finest fighting force in the history of the world. That's not hyperbole. In the history of the world, there's never been another military as powerful, as decent, and as giving as our military. I'm so damn proud to be your commander-in-chief. Happy 4th of July. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember that famous expression, they also serve who only stand and wait. I remember when our son was deployed, my wife would go to stand in the sink in the morning, drinking her coffee, and saying that prayer, worrying, always concerned, and all of you. So we owe you. This could not be done without the family support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, and I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you. You got me, man. I'm not going anywhere. All right. All right, I'll come back out when they open the gate, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. One last thing. You know, I used to think when I was a senator, there were always congestion on the highways. There's no congestion anymore. None. We go on the highway, there's no congestion. And so the way they get me to stop talking, they'll say, we just shut down all the roads, Mr. President. You're going to lose all the votes if you don't get in. But anyway, I'll be back out. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Thank you.
I'm the Brexit Biden. He sounds like the stutter Either he's speaking pig Latin and he can't get his words straight, or he sounds like the lawyer from My Cousin Vinny. Tell me. And the gate, he means the baby gate that leads out of the bedroom into the kitchen. So he doesn't fall down the steps. They opened the gate. That was not even a metaphor for anything. That was real. There is a gate.
What about the highway?
Did he hear about congestion pricing, or did he not hear about congestion pricing?
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Well, in his brain, life is a highway. All clear all day long.
Oh my God. It will be the same with her, and at least we will have taken action to keep a dementia patient as negligent at best. Okay. I'm not crazy, Jen. If Harris takes charge, if World War III becomes a reality, she will be perpetually in charge, Letitia. I don't know about that. Whoever steps in will continue this insanity. Probably, and that's how you win. Rumor has it Hunter's art is on the walls in the White House. Yeah, and the cocaine is in the shelves, bookshelves. So we put the entire country in jeopardy for one senile man. Horrible. But we did, and this is the whole thing. This has all happened when they stole the election. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Bye, Felicia.
I agree, Letitia.
There goes this show.
That's what separates us from them. We are not willing to win at any cost. And I don't know if that's right or wrong. I just know what I feel in my heart. I want to say.
Well, we see, this is the thing. You're being ethical because we know that if we win, the person that we have that we want to win is ethical.
What happened to Jennifer? She was making such a good point. Oh, crap. Her phone probably died. I want a safe country whose competitors and enemies have respect for. Right now, Biden is a comedian fodder. Absolutely. There's plenty of that. You better hope at the last minute they don't throw Michelle Obama in. Well, if that happens, you know damn well, Len, she will win. Biden got 15 million more votes than both Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, and he was sitting in his basement. Agreed. And that, I mean, this is what happens, right? We turned our back. We didn't keep our eye on the prize. The FBI was part of it. The cover-up, the Hunter Biden laptop, that was all part of election interference. You know, all of that stuff that was done to us, and we are not getting our message out. We are not getting it across. January 6th keeps people from speaking, keeps people from protesting. It was all a rig. I mean, it was a rig. And if you don't believe, fine. You don't believe that there were ballots, fake ballots? Okay, I'll give you that. But don't tell me that suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop story, that making the FBI with the letter, that working with all the social media to keep us from being able to say anything, that the protest on January 6th turning into free-for-all and a melee where the cops started shooting tear gas into the crowd that started everybody going crazy. You're not telling me that, and then the hearing and the fake hearing, and then the Hollywood movie, and then losing all the tapes that would have shown how people were actually acting properly and that there was nobody there with guns or weapons. You're telling me that was an election that was not interfered with? No, it was interfered with. And that is, forget excess ballots, forget the mail-in ballots, forget all of that. Just what I said was enough to change the election. It has been polled, and 80% of people say that, hi, you're back. 80% of people say that had they known about Hunter Biden's laptop, they would have voted for Trump. So the FBI interfered in our own elections. Some independent women may be drawn to vote for a woman. That could hurt Trump. You know what? Here's the thing, Mick. They're not voting for Trump anyway. The women are not voting for Trump. So he's not going to win the woman vote. The way Trump wins is going to be the Hispanic vote, the black vote that is going up, that his base stays with him. And then
trash vote.
What's that?
The white trash vote.
The white, well, that's his base, right? It's his base. The Yorkie would do better with behind the podium, and the Yorkie would find the stage and not move his pants, right? Ho, 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 he said, thought it was Christmas, or talking about Kamala. FJB is such a disgrace to our country. Yes, and we are powerless right now to do anything else than to get people to the polls and to talk about this stuff, to talk about it. And we have to keep on talking about it. I pull for capable American women. Would I like to see an African American woman at the helm? Sure.
Rice would have been a great president.
Who's that? Yeah, Condoleezza Rice would have been, but she's part of the problem. She's with Bush. Long as she's capable. Kamala in office, to me, won't feel like a job well done. I agree with that, Martin. I think everybody agrees with that. But the fact is, if we have a senile president who has the nuclear codes, is it right to want him
Doesn't even know where they are. Relax.
Or a senile president, we don't know who's actually running the country, and they have the nuclear codes. There's 2 wars raging right now. There's 2 wars, Ukraine and in Israel. Under Trump, there was 0 wars. Under him, there were 2. There are 13 million illegal migrants in over our border. Terrorists are in the United States.
Yeah, we're at war right now with ourselves.
Yes, we're at a war at home. How many children have been raped and killed by these illegal migrants? How many people are dying of fentanyl? All because of whoever is running the country.
And you think Kamala Harris is going to make that any better?
No, I didn't say she'd make it better. I'm just saying, with the knowledge that we have of a senile man sitting in the seat, we have to call for him to step down. We have no choice.
They put him there for a reason.
Well,
and that's, listen, they put him there for a reason, and I think they're making it like they're alarmed, but they have no intention of getting him out. And I really do feel like it's a game to throw us off, and they're going to pull that little thing they did last time.
But they can't do it with him still in there. Nobody will buy it this time. Nobody will buy it this time.
What's going to happen? What, we're gonna storm the Capitol again? No one's gonna buy it. What's gonna happen?
No, I think this time I don't see how they get it.
When
you were
evil has control, there's nothing to beat it except for like the Terminator, and I don't see him coming out.
Well, while you're off, I said let's just forget any kind of shenanigans with ballots. They interfered with the election by suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop. They interfered with the election by the Russian hoax.
Who's going to get them in trouble? If they're in power?
Well, the news media is finally turning on him. The news media, they are. Okay, Republicans always do a crap job.
This is going to be the death of us is going to be them and what they're doing, because there's no controlling them, because it's pure. It's like Lucifer.
Well, we have to take back our country. We saw everything that happened with our own eyes, and their lies mean nothing. Well, that's the truth. Now we have to make sure that everybody else understands it. And I think that finally, the news is reporting on it. Biden had dementia 4 years ago. People are first waking up because the news is finally reporting on it. Maria Lupo is with us. I think if he stays, Trump will win. If they take him out, Trump may lose. I get it, but do we keep a dementia?
5 months to another 4 years. What do you do? 5 months, 4 years. 5 months, 4 years. I'll take the 5 months. We're already.
If it's a legitimate election and she wins legitimately, then you got to say that this is the country that you get the government you deserve. What could they possibly do? They don't have another Hunter Biden laptop.
They can do whatever they want because no one's going to investigate them because they're in power.
Yeah. I think you're right, Zim. They're going to unalive them. Thank God the media is starting to speak for. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, here is the Dems running for cover after that last speech. Watch. You could talk over this, Jen.
That's probably Biden shopping.
Who says Biden doesn't buy his own groceries?
This is him after the White House.
Oh my God! Oh, so scary, so scary, so scary, so scary. Let's see. If they're reporting on it, they have a plan. They only eat their own way. Yeah, I agree. I do. I'm not disagreeing. It's a shit situation we're in. If Harris alliance with the progressive wing, imagine she's already aligned. But who do you think is leaking all this crap? It's the Harris camp, 100%. All right, here's KJP trying to answer questions from reporters. Watch what's going on with the reporters now.
It's a very basic, direct question.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a second.
Eight times, or at least once, in regards to the president specifically.
Hold on a second.
That's what you should be able to answer by this point.
Wait, no. No, wait a minute. Ed, please. A little respect here, please. So every year, around the president's physical examination, he sees a neurologist. That's 3 times, right? So I am telling you that he has seen a neurologist 3 times while he has been in this presidency. That's what I'm saying. I am telling you that he has seen them 3 times. That is what I'm sharing with you, right? So every time he has a physical, he has had to see a neurologist. So that is answering that question.
No, it's not.
No, it is. It is. You're asking me.
Kevin Kennard come to the White House.
But I also said to you, Ed, I also said to you, for security reasons, we cannot share names. We cannot share names.
You cannot share others he would have met with.
We
but
cannot,
you can share names in regards to if someone came here in regards to the president.
We cannot share names of specialists broadly, from a dermatologist to a neurologist. We cannot share names. There are security reasons. We have to protect. I understand that. I hear you.
Right there for anyone to see.
Ed, I hear you. I cannot from here confirm any of that because we have to keep their privacy. I think they would appreciate that too. We have to give them.
The doctor.
We have to keep their privacy.
It is public information.
I hear you.
And you're going to allow this to fester longer, Karine, unless the White House answers the question.
Hold on a second. There's no reason to go back and forth and be in this aggressive way.
Miffed around here about how information's been shared with the press corps about him.
What do you missed about? What do you missed about?
Everything he just asked about.
And then every time I come back and I answer the question that you guys asked.
Correctly, you didn't have to come back and clean it up.
I never answered the question incorrectly. That is not true. I was asked about a medical exam. I was asked about a physical. That was in the line of question that I answered. And I said, no, he did not have a medical exam. And I still stand by that. Matter of fact, the president still stands by that. He had a verbal check-in. That is something that the president has a couple times a week.
Now in regards to Dr. Kevin Kennard.
And I am telling you right now that I am not confirming names from here.
Well, first off, whoever gives him a verbal check-in should be fired. Number 2, there's no HIPAA for doctors. It's HIPAA the other way around. That's why there's Google reviews and Yelp. So that you can say, I went to Dr. Lederman and what is she, nuts? There's no HIPAA to protect doctors. Their insurance protects them when they fuck up. That's it. That's all there is. You could tell the world who you went to. They take an oath and a swear, and when they become a medical doctor, that they're going to perform and do the best that they can, and malpractice. And there's Google reviews.
Well, I love it when she said, I answered the question. He says, and you answer it incorrectly, and then we have to clean it up. And she's like, no. Well, guess what she did today? She had to clean it up. They released a letter for actually verifying that it was Dr. Kennard, and they put whatever they wanted in,
Well, I'm going to look at his reviews.
Yeah. The people say, well, he happens to be a Biden donor, and you're absolutely right. He should be fired. But once again, she answered incorrectly. She lied. The most transparent, administration in the history lied to the press, and the press is getting pissed about it. They're getting pissed about it. So if you ask me, this is my analogy on what happened with her.
Más populares de acceso del Alto a La Paz. Esta zona, podrán ver con las imágenes de Rufino,
Did you see?
I said, the dog? What was that?
There was 2 dogs screwing each other.
First off, I don't have my glasses, which is like why I'm like this. I thought it was a dog with a wagon.
Well, look who's coming in to talk about Trump. This is interesting.
A poll says 76% of the American people believe the indictment was politically influenced. 76%.
Yeah, no
A
good.
majority of Democrats and a majority of Republicans. Now, 76% of Americans don't agree on anything. They don't agree that the colors of the flag are red, white, and blue, right? But 76% say
very bad for the system.
indictment was politically influenced.
You're going to have to explain this to me because it's your team that for somehow, some way, a multi-billionaire living in a triplex apartment adjacent to Tiffany's on Fifth Avenue is an underdog in our society. You guys somehow manufactured that. I don't know how you guys did it.
You have to explain to me how lower income, disenfranchised Americans see a multimillionaire or whatever he is today
You ever been to a Trump rally?
as the champion.
I've been to governor. You know it because you're a politician. Somebody has the magic. You can see it click, click. Okay? We both know politicians that don't have that magic, can't connect with the average person. Yeah. But he has that magic because he has always felt like an outsider. And so he's relating to them in their outsiderness, and they're receptive to it. And by the way, they don't move. He was right. You want to shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue, they're going to stay with me. You want to indict him 91 times? I'm telling you, he's going for 150.
That's great. Well, he has nothing to lose now. He can never go back into office.
Listen, so they're seeing it. They're seeing it. And yeah.
God, I remember when I wanted to sleep with him during the lockdown. Do you remember when I fell in love with Cuomo?
Yes, I do. Pile up on aisle 1. Yeah, that's what's going on. They're trying to escape. But there's a roadblock. They
Look to see Eliza.
Oh, yeah, they're so evil is right. She looks like a black little orphan Annie. She should start singing at the press conferences. She's screwed. So if he needs a neurologist, isn't it clear he's not well enough to be president? Yes, that's what I'm saying. So how do you say leave him in? You can't say leave him in. We have to be ethical and say take him out, even though it means Kamala in. But I can't. It's not a good situation. But I think that the country will remember what happened under Trump, and I think that that fog will disappear, and I think we will have the idiots still voting for Biden or anybody other than Trump. But I think that the middle of the road, they will remember their pocketbooks, their lives under Trump before COVID, and he will remind them, and they'll go, "Oh yeah, that's right."
Is this me again?
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Neurologist, 3 visits. That's funny. I just had to do a HIPAA refresher class today.
Why did you go backwards?
What?
Oh, you just rewound and reset everything again.
No, I didn't.
No, on my
Biden doctor.
Everything's breaking up.
Here's Liza. Yeah, if I was a doctor saying he's fine, I wouldn't want my name on that report. Me either. Okay. She's no Kayleigh McEnany. That's the truth. We're on lockdown. Times were tough. Yeah, times were tough.
But talking about the Cuomo thing.
Oh. Got it. All right. So, just quickly. So this is when they can't. When the non-Trump voters can't make an argument, this is what they do.
I am looking forward to releasing this video because I just want to purchase something.
Off, dude! Off! Get the off in here, man! Fuck, man! Stay! You can't stand your racist motherfuckers!
Racist?
Yeah!
It's true. Right? I'm not a racist.
He's wearing some Trump bullshit. Got some racist bullshit all been said and shit. I'm not serving anyone that has to do with that. He's a treasonous asshole.
I don't have a problem with you, sir. I'd like to purchase some of this naked vape juice, though. If that would be all right. All right, see, because here's where we're at.
Leave the store.
Here's where you're at.
Leave the store.
Here's
Leave the store.
Here's where
we're
at.
Leave the store. I don't give a. Get out. Get out.
Help your customer.
Go.
He looks like that little boy girl liberal with the glasses that was on the floor crying.
Oh,
That's his
yeah.
brother.
Absolutely. Well, they're talking about Gretchen Whitmer, and I'm going to show you that little boy girl. They're talking about Gretchen Whitmer maybe replacing Biden. But look at what just happened in Michigan.
The city of Hamtramck, Michigan elected its first Muslim-majority city council and its first Muslim mayor, and lefties everywhere went, "Hooray, diversity!" And then the city banned the pride flag. Uh-oh, which marginalized group's side do I take here? This might be the best example of lefty ideology gymnastics.
They're that dumb. They're that dumb.
Absolutely. And then, of course, Gavin Newsom is the other one. Look at what's going on right now in San Francisco. You could talk over this one, Jen. There you go. Stolen goods must remain under $950. These are posted outside of luxury stores in San Francisco.
I'm going to get a Louis wallet.
And in front of luxury stores.
What I want is only $650.
Well, there you go. Just walk in and take it. No problem.
And nothing can happen to you.
Under $950.
Can I see that?
Everybody's moving to California. Maybe that would make a Newsom win. Who knows? But this, I don't think any taxpayer likes this. Watch this going on in California.
Today, a grand opening for a high-rise homeless shelter featuring apartments with skyline views, a gym, even a cafe.
Eyewitness News reporter Mark Cotaropolis joins us here in studio with details on this.
We're going to show you what $165 million will get you. It's considered affordable housing, but the cost to build this type of a project, it still adds up. Each unit costs nearly $600,000, and it's being funded by taxpayers. Take a look at the images here. There are 278 units in this 19-story development known as the Weingart Tower. It's intended to help people currently without shelter on Skid Row. This will be LA's largest permanent supportive housing project. There is an entire floor of offices for caseworkers, and the list of amenities is pretty impressive. As you mentioned, there's a gym, an art room, a music room, and a computer room and library. People living here will enjoy 6 common balconies and a cafe. The $165 million project is receiving permanent financing from Proposition HHH, which voters overwhelmingly passed in 2016. The new tower is also receiving state housing funds and $56 million in state tax credits. The grand opening set for later this morning. Several elected officials are going to be there, including Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass. And guys, this is really just the beginning. There's more planned. Another tower more than a year away, but it's under construction.
The people in the place is exactly like Irby. Lived there, done that. There's no difference. Good luck. But you know what? Honestly, I would give that to the homeless, like the real people, the destitute homeless people, not the migrants.
How about the veterans? How about we start with the veterans?
Most of them are homeless, especially
not most of them are homeless, but how about we start with like Tunnels to the Towers is doing, the village, for Veterans Village. How about that? How come that isn't an option? I mean, it's ridiculous. Well,
because the vets are going to vote Republican anyway, so they're just catering to the vets.
It's insanity. $625,000 per unit. I want to see what it looks like in a month. I want to see. They'll be shopping.
It's going to look like Irby.
It's going to be shopping carts in the hallway. All right, let's drop in on our education system. This is Rebecca Pringle, head of the NEA, National Education Association.
Depending on us to win all the things. NEA, we have to win all the things. All the things. All the things. Our colleagues are depending on us to win all the things. Keep going, NEA. To preserve our democracy, we must win all the things. Delegates, we won't go back. We will keep going forward because we are the NEA. We are the NEA. We are the NEA.
She needs to go back to church on Sunday. That's a good show.
Win all the things.
Baptist church.
Win all the things. Win all the things. What are the things? She doesn't even know what the
we
things
don't got
are.
things anymore, lady, because we gave them all to the migrants. All of our things.
All
Nice
the
hotels or money.
If Biden is too mentally deficit to stand trial for classified documents, how is he not mentally deficit to be president? Exactly. And that is what we should have been calling for him to step down from then. Road trip. Herbie. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Take care of America first. What are the things? Yeah, what are the things? How about Bill Gates donate his land to build actual communities, not 15-minute cities? Agreed, 100%, Colleen. What did she say? She's saying, win all the things. Win all the things.
And you get a thing. And you get a thing. Like Oprah.
All right. We're going to end with, well, watch.
We have Jamie Raskin in there accusing us of worshiping Trump, worshiping as a convicted felon. She is a convicted felon. Well, yeah, so is George Floyd. And everybody, and you all too, the media worship George Floyd. Democrats worship George Floyd. There were riots burning down the fucking country over George Floyd, and Raskin is in there saying we worship him. Excuse me, let me correct you, and this is really important. I don't worship, I worship God. God. And Jesus is my savior. I don't worship President Trump. And I'm really sick and tired of the bullshit annex I have to deal with constantly from the Democrats. So that's what we just went through in there. And then they're sitting there, they can attack my character all day long. What's his face in there, whoever was talking last was calling me insane. But yet we can't say, oh, they're attacking my character. Oh no, it's nonstop BS and annex. You want to know why? The Democrats don't have anything. They're responsible for the lockdowns, forced vaccinations, kids being forced to stay home, people committing suicide, and all the horrors that this country lived through during COVID. Fauci belongs in prison. He should be tried for mass murder, and he should be tried for crimes against humanity. That's how I feel after that hearing. That's how the American people feel.
I don't like her, but now I do. That was smart.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Well, I don't know. It sounds to me like Miss Pringle was worshiping at the altar of something. All the things. Well, all right, Jen, you get the last words. Anything?
I'm good. No, I never have the last word.
You never have the last word? You can have it tonight.
No, I'm good. Bye.
Bye. See you next Tuesday. Everybody like and subscribe on YouTube. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.